South Andros has some rich fishing grounds, and this morning Charles Fisher is taking us bone fishing.
Me Travis Sands, originally from Andros, moved to Abaco for work, and now back in the big yard. All that due to Hurricane Dorian.
The transition has been, slow from the start, but since September, we've covered a lot of ground. We've made a lot of things happen since then. I just launched on my business page on Instagram at a Ribby Independent yesterday, so everything's falling in line and coming together. Coming back home, I've got a lot done, and if I get my business up off the ground and running, I think I'm going to stay home for a while, man.
He's a born fishing guide, sports fishing a part of sports tourism. His business runs from The Point, a nice, quaint resort situated in South Andros.
It's a very nice spot. It's one of two creeks that runs through the island. This one goes straight to the west, also Little Creek does, and it's one of the major access to get to the west side where we do bone fishing and get to the grounds to take the clients out. The word on bone fishing is already out. All you got to do now is just seize the moment and advertise yourself as a bone fishing lodge or independent guiding system, and our clients will just find you online. The bonefish that we hunt is the 7th fastest fish in the sea, in the entire ocean. So we go at them for their speed in the ocean and where they hold and rank. So it's a privilege and an honor to go there and catch them, to say you've done accomplishment in life of catching the 7th fastest fish in the sea.
Fishing in general seems to be dying among young men on the island, so to see Sands venture in these waters is quite unique.
My dad is actually a guide, and that's why I got into it. But there's not a lot of young guides in the game. I'm one of the youngest. I'm 30, like I said, but I'm not so young anymore. But we need more young guides in the system, and I've been working with a few other guides and with the government, so they're supposed to implement it in the school system. So as of 2020, we're going to see how that works. But a lot of young guys have trained quite a few in Abaco, Wise House over there, and I'd like to continue doing the same thing here.
There are laws in place to protect the industry, something Sands says is working.
The laws are good, and they protect the bone fishing system, and as well as to protect the guides against tourists. In case there's the business side of it, you're dealing with international clients, so you got to be our Lord know what's going on with clients and dealing with them.
A trick question at you. I don't want to bonefish because as a guide, you have to take it, put it back. Is it necessary to put it back, or you can keep it? Or I rather go there for the grouper and the snappers when I know I could eat.
Well, the way the government has it is, you as a Bahamian, you can keep one a day. But like Nassau grouper and snap, groupers goes with season, but snappers you go there again anytime. But for the bonefish, the locals are allowed one a day. Tourists, they don't think they're allowed any to keep. They're all about that picture and catching that and the releases to say, I caught the 7th fastest fish in the sea, and Bahamas is one of the greatest places in the world to get that done is here. In Andros is where it all started, basically.
Sands making waves and spreading the good news of the Bahamas at the same time. For the ZNS Network News for the Morning Edition, I'm Charles Fisher.